Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Lady Akbar Adila. My attendance is 16 and I'm from class 9.2. So today I will speaking about ICT material. The last material that I get is about cinematic video. So today or at this time I will speaking about cinematic video. The first is, what does cinematic footage mean? There are a couple of things that need clarifying before we jump into this list. First, what does it mean when we say that we want our footage to look more cinematic? There are a couple of interchangeable terms we can use: cinematic, professional, high quality, sharp, and others. Essentially, the highest overall goal is to make your video look like what you see when you watch a feature film in a theater. But that's a high bar we set of ourselves. How do you actually accomplish it? The truth is that there is no checklist or of things to do to automatically make that happen. It's a skill that you will acquire over the course of your editing life, that you will get better at the more time and effort you put into it. But you have got to start somewhere, and the following tips will give you a solid head start. And there are several tips to make cinematic films and videos. The first is create depth. You may have heard that shooting with a shallow depth of field is an easy way to make your footage look more cinematic fast. That's because it does. It really helps, and it's mostly because it's a very effective shortcut to giving your shot depth. Creating depth basically means that you have one point of focus, and the rest is kind of out of focus, giving it a real 3D feeling. Take a still frame from any of your favorite movies. What you will most likely see is a shot that has a foreground, a midground, and a background. The second way is get your light right. Let's stop for a second. Lighting is such a huge category that we can do it justice in just a quick overview. Instead, we are going to offer some quick solution that can help you out in a pinch to get better quality shots of whatever camera you are using. And there are some types of lighting, like shoot in a flat profile, dynamic range, use the sun, reflector, or use nature to your advantage. The third way is aspect ratio. This tip is much more of a quick treat than any previous examples. Basically, you can trick your audience into seeing your footage as more cinematic by changing its aspect ratio. Think about what sort of feelings this kind of footage brings up. Vertically footage immediately tell you a lot about the shoot. Mostly that this kind of footage doesn't belong on the big screen. Even if you shoot your DSLR footage in the same format as your vertical cell phone footage, you still get the same feeling that goes along with it because of its shape. The fourth way is color correction. You know, this one was coming. Color correction is a huge piece of this puzzle. This is where you take the image you captured and shape it into the final product in terms of light and color. Here's the top part. Color is a matter of subjective opinion, but we will point you in the right direction to start hitting the more accepted traditional cinematic Look with your color correction. Keep in mind that every situation is different because each different film is trying to give a slightly different feel, tone, or emotion. The last way is it's all an illusion. Movie making is all a magic trick. Unless you are watching a documentary, those characters are not real. The locations sometimes don't even exist. And if you look behind the skins, you had sea lights and equipment everywhere, breaking the illusion. Because that's what a movie is, it's a trick. So the last goal in all of this is to make sure you don't remind your audience that they are watching a movie. That's all for my explanation. I'm sorry if there is a mistake, and the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.